guys, thank you all for coming to check out this live stream with the live contest winners. I very much hope that you all will enjoy the contest winner for the viewer suggestion. I really much enjoy doing these, so it's great that I was able to do another one for the summer here. So with that being said, I have my computer here opened up with the different comments, and I'm going to go through all the suggestions, and I'm going to talk about them, and then at the end of it, I'll be revealing the winner. So I'll purposely skip a few just for right now. But I do just want to say that I will be having two winners since you guys really knocked it out of the park with this one with your different suggestions because all your suggestions were very good. So like I said, I'll be going over all the different suggestions I got. So I'll probably be waiting a little bit just to make sure you guys get signed in and are ready to watch. And I could see some of you guys saying hello, so I'll indeed say hello back. So thank you all for coming on. Okay, so I guess I'll first start off with the first comment thread. No, I did not check out your rant. So I'll probably first check out this first comment thread that I have here, and then I'll check out the second one, because I did get only a few for the second one. Not as many suggestions as the previous one that I did, but still, like I said, some very excellent suggestions here. Alright, so the first suggestion on the list here is a suggestion which was from Ethan Liam, and that was Caillou gets trapped in Silent Hill. Now, that is an absolutely excellent suggestion. I really like that suggestion, but the only thing that would be holding me back is to actually get some of the monsters from Silent Hill. I still think it would be an absolutely excellent sequel to the Resident Evil episode that I did. I think that is an all around really cool episode idea, and I could probably even put some filters up. So I'll probably revisit that idea if I can find a good way to make some of the different Silent Hill monsters. But otherwise, that's really the only thing holding me back, unfortunately. But still, like I said, a very good suggestion overall. Excellent job on that one, Ethan Liam. Okay, so the next one I wanted to go over would be Caillou visits the Loud House characters. So, with the issue with this suggestion, although good, is definitely a fundamental issue with Polygon. As I mentioned many times before, two characters per scene. Very difficult to get the entire Loud House cast. Very difficult. So, for that alone, I unfortunately have to decline that, just simply because it would be way too hard to get all the characters into one episode. Now, if I was doing a video or Rapper Offline, different story then. I could probably get it done if I was using one of those, but for Polygon, definitely not happening. Alright, next one is from Retro Miller 1997. They did had a few other good suggestions as well, but Caillou travels to the Go Animate viewer universe and views this comedy world self. That is actually very good. I really like that kind of self reflection kind of idea. It's really cool. So, with that being said, I have definitely considered doing an episode before where it's the Go Animate and Polygon both together. Yeah, exactly, Plot Guy 7. An episode with the two worlds clashing together. I've always kind of wanted to do that, and I was questioning if I should try to implement into a video myself. Like I said, that could definitely be a suggestion that I revisit it one day in the future. So I do definitely think that's a really great suggestion. I really enjoy that. So I'll certainly think about it in the future too. So next up is from Flimario, I believe it's pronounced Flimario. Caillou sees his older selves and sees what he was acting like when he was 3.5 and had a gray shirt, kind of like classic Caillou. I think he's referring to. So what I'm getting from from Mario's suggestion is that he wants an episode where Caillou reflects back to where he was, probably like, back when he was really young, And like I said, another really, really good idea because it's one of those things where, even I've done that myself, where I looked at social media posts I made like 5 to 6 years ago, and I'm like, geez, did I really act like that back then? It's one of those things where as you grow and mature, you start to change a lot, and you start to kind of realize how different you start to act. So I definitely think a kind of really self-reflection episode of how Caillou realizes how much he changed since like the very start of the series versus where he is now would be a very good idea too. So like I said, some of these I will certainly revisit the ideas because I do definitely think some of these are very much worth looking back to, as in there are some really great merits in these and something that can make for some really good potential episodes. One of you guys just recently commented if I played Fortnite. I've played a little bit of it, but not really too much. Currently the Battle Royale game I'm playing is Bomberman R Online. That game's been a lot of fun, and I've even got myself a few victory royales, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so I'm going to go on to the other comment thread because the other two comments here are going to be part of our winner. So I'll be sure to check out this other one here where we then get a suggestion from Chris Dead 27, who was one of the winners of the previous contest, who wants to have an episode where Caillou and Sarah go on a date and learn to trust each other being apart. Also, I do see your video request. Caillou gets bullied. I have considered that idea before. I certainly have, because I actually, truth be told, originally that was what I had Johnny Test for, but that's when I decided to reuse him for the 2005 episode that I did. Have I played Friday Night Funkin'? No, but as far as I understand it, it's kind of like DDR mixed with Parappa the Rapper, which is pretty cool. I don't know if any of you guys played Parappa the Rapper before, but Parappa the Rapper is a really fun game. Along with Jammer Lammy, the kind of like spin-off that I had too. Both were really standout games. So back to Chris's suggestion, where Kai and Sarah go on their date and learn to trust each other being apart. Or he said he got inspiration from a regular show, which I think once again that's really cool. I know for 100% sure I'm probably going to be doing another episode which explores more into Caillou and Sarah's relationship, and I've really enjoyed that being a part of like season 7. Sarah has absolutely been a really great addition to the series, so I'm really glad that we have her. Also, I personally do not play Roblox. So that's another very very good suggestion here. So the next one is Caillou dine and dashes with Leo and gets grounded big time. So that can definitely be a funny situation. Have I ever played Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix? Yes, I have it. It's downstairs. I have played it before. And it's it's one of my probably favorite DDR games. It's so hilarious. Um, I believe there should be a let's play of it on YouTube done by I don't know, Runway guys, I believe they were. But if you guys would ever want to see footage of it, definitely check it out. What's dying dashing is like, yay, ate my food, time to avoid the bill kind of thing. Yes, that's what dying dashing is. Essentially, you eat the food and then you skip out on the bill. Oh, that's essentially what it is. Though I kind of think it would have been more of a, there could definitely be a funny situation to it where they end up having to wash dishes or something like that. Because I remember with my dad, that was always a big joke with him, where he would be looking at the bill and be like, "Ooh, looks like we're going to have to wash dishes tonight." All right. What's opinion on Michael Jackson? What's my favorite dance? I very much like Michael Jackson. I talked about it before, where he was in Space Channel 5, one of my favorite Sega games. But I always loved his Thriller dance personally. Okay, so last suggestion on this comment thread, which is Caillou takes over the universe. Now that could be an absolutely really really fun idea of Caillou taking over the universe and doing whatever he wants. I think that could be a lot of fun. The problem is, ironically enough, that can be a bit too open ended. Where he takes over the universe, because literally at that point, anything is possible if you take over the universe. You can do whatever you want. So it's it's a little bit one of those situations where it's like, that's a little bit too open ended for my taste, but still could have some excellent comedy and fun potential with that idea. Yes. Yes, that's absolutely correct, Plot Guy 7. Basically, Caillou will take over my position and then be allowed to do whatever he wants. And that was originally one of the plot ideas that I kind of had for like one of my specials that I did. Can I moonwalk it? Yeah, probably, but I'm not in a good place to do moonwalking. All right, so now I want to talk about our two winners here. So going back to the original thread where we have our two winners here. So so we're going to then go to Boulevard 2019. Also, my mom is on the stream. Hi, Mom. Thank you so much for checking it out. She says she's at a local burger place, 50/50. How do you enter contest? All you had to do was just go to one of the community posts and comment on it. So that's all you had to do. Just comment your idea. Follow the two rules. Nothing too similar to something I already did, and nothing inappropriate. Okay, so for the two winners here, the first one is Boulevard 2019. So he had two suggestions, but I'm only going with one. But I do think I should mention both of his suggestions because they're both really, really good. So the first one is the sign holding job guy gets a new competitor on the block. He hires Caillou to try to get his customers back. Now, I think that is a wonderful suggestion because that is a situation even I myself have been in. Because sometimes you end up getting like competitors that want to hire new staff, and sometimes they might promise better benefits, better pay, and then it starts to become more of a loyalty thing where it's a question of should I go with the job that pays me more, or should I go and stay loyal with the current job I'm at? It can sometimes be one of those situations where it's like, the grass is not always greener on the other side, but other times you might really take the other job because you might be in a situation where you might need the money or the additional benefits in the long run. So I absolutely think that is a very, very good suggestion. I can definitely see a lot of plot potential with that. And like I said, it'll be something I consider in the future. So the winning suggestion that he had was the Nigerian prince and the game pirate team up to get revenge on Caillou. So this is going to be the episode that I'm going to be making this weekend. So this is going to be a really fun and excellent episode because it's going to be a callback to some previous characters, the Nigerian prince and the game pirate from the episode Caillou gets scammed by a Nigerian prince and Caillou buys a pirated game, I believe it was called. But I figure probably in this episode, I'm also going to have a reference to Raj, the tech support scammer who ended up quitting his job previously. He'll be making a comeback in this episode as well in a really fun and unique way. So I definitely think that this is going to be a really fun episode with some very high stakes and some generally really fun atmosphere. So I think this is going to be a really fun episode idea, and I really hope you guys enjoy this one. So then after that, the next suggestion that I'm considering a winner as well, which I'll be doing the next week, is from Plot Guy 7. He has been suggesting this for a very long time, and I feel like I absolutely owe this to him because he really wants to see me do this plot idea, Caillou in the Time Capsule. So before I mentioned that I'm going to be doing an episode where I was originally kind of getting inspired by the Emperor's New School. Also, no, you are not going to hack me. You are now removed from this channel. And don't come telling me that you work for Microsoft or Bill Gates, so please. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know why these people come up where they're like, "Oh, I'm going to hack you," and it's like, no. No. Okay. So back to Caillou in the Time Capsule. So, like I said, I was originally inspired off of like the Emperor's New School episode. I'm not going to hack you. Yes, that's absolutely correct. You are not going to hack me. Caillou and the Time Capsule. I was originally thinking about something inspired off the Emperor's New School episode, but I was thinking about like different examples of actual time capsules in real life. There is a Nickelodeon time capsule that I believe was buried in like in the 90s. The hacker was Caillou. Even Caillou doesn't have the know-how to do the hacking, but it might be him. It might, maybe. But I did some research on actual time capsules. Like there was one that was done by Nickelodeon that is going to be buried for 50 years. So I figured that probably this plot idea could start out with Caillou and his class digging up an old one that was buried back when the school he goes to was established. Like it was buried 30 years ago, and now they're just opening up right now. And now the question is, that they're going to be burying another time capsule for 30 years and what to put into this new one. So it then goes with all of Caillou's different friends as they all try to decide what to put into the time capsule this time around to remind generations in the future what 30 years ago would be like. And I think that can be a really fun idea. So, do I have any good ideas for a YouTube name? Mine sucks. Well, I guess I could talk about my personal YouTube name, Mayor Zane. So how I came up with my name is, Zane's my first name, and then after that, Mayor. It comes from the fact that I was playing a lot of games like SimCity, Civilization, oh, where you're like a ruler of a town or stuff like that. So that's kind of like how the mayor part of that sticked. I also sometimes go by Zane the Mayor. So what is the next Caillou video? It's going to be the Nigerian prince and the game pirate get revenge on Caillou. That is going to be the next that's going to be the next video because they were the first winner. And then next week it's going to be Caillou in the time capsule. Um Caillou versus Galu. So I know with a lot of the old voices, they pronounce Caillou more as a little bit like Galu, which I always found it really funny when people refer to him as like Galu, Galu. Is Galu gay? No, no, no. All right, but yeah. So plug on videos what you do all day. No, I have a day job. I work in real estate. So no, I only do plug on videos on the weekends when I'm off. I have a full-time job. I work in real estate as an abstractor. Essentially what my job is I go to different county systems and I research property history. That's essentially what I do. I'm 22. So that's essentially what I do as my day job. While on the side, I do the YouTube stuff, and of course, after I'm done with work, that's usually when I play games and relax and have fun. But yeah, so what? Once again, how did you earn 11K, almost 12K onto YouTube? The answer is a lot of persistence. it's it was so I guess this is where we get back to the Caillou. I put your shirt in the washing machine, turned out yellow, wiped it out. Now it's gray. Now I need to think of better jokes. So I guess I can talk once again about how I started my YouTube channel. I've talked about it a couple of times before, but I started my YouTube channel. The fitness grand pace test was when you blew up. Kind of. It kind of was as my first real big hit, I guess you could say, or at least the one that got over 1,000 views. So I would say it was probably my first quote unquote popular video. But yeah, I started my YouTube channel back in high school, and it's one of those things where I kind of just eventually found my niche. I kept doing videos and stuff, and eventually I started to get more experience with it. I started to find where I was at, and it took a while. It took a while before I was able to grow my audience, before I was able to get some videos with more views. Watched you go animate for a while. It was a confusing time for me, to simply put. It was. Did you get the new grill? Yes, yes, we do have the new grill. Um, it's a nice one too, but I used Go Anime for a while simply because Polygon did have some heavy restrictions. Like I said, 2 characters per scene. That is the primary and biggest restriction by far with Polygon, is that it's only 2 characters per scene, and also with Go Anime, you get to have a little bit more customization with the scenes. Uh, yeah, go ahead. Tell me why you hate Vion. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't think there's much of a reason to. It has its place along with Polygon. I think both of the animation software absolutely have their place and where they can certainly be used. So that's why I think, because sometimes with more complicated projects, it's one of those things where I have to use Vion. Video is extremely expensive. It certainly can be expensive, especially if you go with the super premium business stuff, because even the basic stuff is $300, and it can be pretty expensive. Has Polygon to add props like Vion, but they still didn't do it? Yeah, because Polygon has very set scenes, and it's not like you can add any additional props, which can absolutely be unfortunate. Yeah. I'm glad you liked that joke. Go stealth. It was a very funny joke. I really enjoyed it. If you don't have premium, you can download it. Share video. Cost 400. Yeah, exactly. Vyon's very expensive to do if you don't really have much of a budget. So I can kind of understand that. Because Polygon is much cheaper. It's $50 for the gold ticket or $5 a month. That is very reasonable in my opinion. And especially because, animation software can be quite expensive. So I can because the issue with Vion is that how's Vion expensive? Well, because they're trying to market to businesses. Businesses can spend a lot of money. Do you have Disco, the thing with the purple background and the white logo? No, I don't think I have Disco. But the good thing is that you can add you can add as many characters as you want in Vion. Do you have premium subscription Polygon? Yes, I have the golden ticket. But the issue with Polygon is that sometimes as well is that Discord. Yes, I have a Discord. You said Disco originally. I was confused. But yes, I do have Discord. Because the issue with Polygon and buying the golden ticket is that sometimes Apple doesn't recognize you purchased it, so you have to keep pressing restore purchases, and it can get very annoying. Will there be 12 seasons of Caillou? You should put your videos on PBS. PBS would not accept my work, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. They have very professional programming, and I'm just one dude. So unfortunately, I don't think PBS would accept my work. I mean, it would be kind of cool though, working for a TV station, wouldn't you think? I mean, I don't know if me doing my YouTube stuff would have any potential to lead into something like that, but you never know. You never know. Oh, I look right nice in real life. Thank you. Thank you. Can you give me a request for a Caillou video? Let's see here. I had to come up with something on top of my head. Let's see here. Caillou tries to hide his report card. There you go. There's a free suggestion for you. But yeah. So but yeah, I don't know. I think it would be fun to work for a TV station like that. But obviously, I personally don't have much animation or drawing talent, so it'll be one of those things where I'll probably be more working on like the scripting and all that, the dialogue for the characters. I feel like that's probably where I would probably shine. Because it's one of those things where, or because of the suggestions I get, and out talking to my brother and all that stuff, it's one of those things where I do get suggestions and inspiration from everywhere. Polygon TV will accept your work, but that will never exist. Yeah, there's no real Polygon TV. Rosie shaves Miss Martin's hair, gets punishment day. I hope you do realize that Rosie is not supposed to be the bad one in my episodes. Caillou blows up Genius. What? I don't know what you're saying, Mood the dog. I don't know what you're saying. Punishment days are child abuse. Yeah, sometimes they really can be. For certain episodes, they kind of can be in a way. Jesus is Jesus. Well, then why didn't you just say Jesus? Is it already if I friend you on Discord? I do. I did originally have a Discord server. Dutchman 2 makes violent punishment day videos. I've I've heard about that. You didn't say Jesus, not if anyone wanted. Well, you can say Jesus. It's fine to say Jesus. I'm saying Jesus right now. I thought the Nigerian prince was done with Caillou. Well, that's what you thought. That's what you thought. You thought he was done with Caillou, but he is not. He is prepared to get revenge this time over destroying the things in his house and losing that $2,000. Let's just say he has a plan cooked up, and I'm going to be very much excited. Blowing up Jesus, that would offend a lot of people. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to do it. Jesus is cheese that is sus, very much sus. I can't believe I just said sus unironically like that. Okay, okay. Changing subjects here now. So now that we've that we talked about the whole contest and stuff like that, I very much like I said, I very much enjoy doing that. So, so if you guys didn't pick next time, if you guys didn't get picked this time, don't worry, I'll probably be doing another one in a month or two down the road. So I'll certainly be keeping up with doing this. So so if your suggestion didn't get selected, don't worry too much about it. Like I said, some of these ideas I might revisit anyways. But with but like I said, with these ones, I'm going to be doing the Nigerian Prince of Game Pirate team up to get revenge of Caillou, and Plot Guy 7 and the Caillou and the Time Capsule idea. So, so I got my next two videos set. Make a video where Caillou goes to the moon and gets grounded. Probably not, but you can check the Elon Musk one that I did, where Caillou goes to space, meets Elon Musk and goes to space. Definitely check out that episode idea because I think that probably checks the whole space theme, at least for right now. But never mind about the request. I think my request: Caillou punches Ms. Martin very hard in the face and gets punished for day by divorce. The problem with I'm not. The problem is there's no punching animation in Polygon. There's only slapping, so I could even do punching if I wanted to. So Caillou gets COVID quarantines to school. Well, COVID's kind of over at this point, so no reason to. Yeah, that's a bit too violent. The whole idea of punching Ms. Martin. You see, I just don't do that kind of violence, I just don't think it's right, You shouldn't punch people, simply put. You shouldn't. Anyways, so, alright. So like I said, changing subjects, I did want to talk about, another video that I did. I'm predicting things. Well, yeah, some of my fans are definitely kids, and some of them are older. I feel like I definitely have a mix of different audience characters. So I definitely think that I have a mix of my audience, but there's nothing wrong with that. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was I was going to probably be doing more of physical video. And I wanted to do a video with me actually filming on myself, so nothing to do with Polygon this time or nothing to do with video animation software, just me filming myself. I was thinking about doing a parody video off of these financial gurus and stuff like that, because on YouTube there are a bunch of these financial gurus who all claim that you can make billions of dollars trading stocks and stuff like that. And I was thinking about doing a bit of a parody video where I talk about where I kind of do the same thing, but the secret that I reveal that in the means of trading stocks is that you have to do it with a cat. You have to trade stocks with a cat. Because, and this is actually real, by the way, and you can look this up. There was actually a study done where they got a cat to pick stocks at random and put them up against fund managers and stuff like that. And the cat actually beat 90% of them by picking stocks randomly. Now the whole thing of this study was just to show that if you pick stocks randomly, you would usually do better than the actual investors who do the research and stuff like that. And so because of that, I wanted to do a parody where I just had my cat, and I would basically say this is a financial secret that if you want to get rich, all you have to do is get a cat, and there you go. You'll become rich that way. So I might do the recording of that later on, either this weekend or maybe next week. But I think it will be a really funny video idea because I might even be able to send it to CoffeeZilla. He might really enjoy it. All right, so yes, I know iOS 15's out. What is Rapper? Rapper Offline is an unofficial program that was made to essentially bring back Comedy World. That is basically what it is. You can probably research it more yourself on YouTube here. Um, all right, so I believe that's pretty much it. So I don't think there's really much else to cover at the moment. But if you guys have any last minute questions, I'll feel free to answer them for you. So I'll just give you guys a second to ask me any other questions before I sign off here. I'm sorry, I got things to do. I got things to do. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, it's only 30 minutes. It's only been 30 minutes, so it hasn't been particularly long. Why can't you? Why can't I think of any more questions? I don't know, Plot Guy 7. I don't know. Oh, you got one? You got one, Plot Guy 7? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Hmm. You're unsubscribing all because I'm ending the stream. I mean, that's your decision, my dude. When's the video with the prince coming out? Probably tomorrow. It's probably coming tomorrow. I was going to make Caillou Gets Grounded for my channel. My first video was going to be Caillou Misbehaves at Chuck E. Cheese. Okay. Yeah, damn. It's like, all because I want to end the stream here because I got things to do. You're unsubscribing? Like, it was 2019. Yeah. So, when's my next Q&A? I'll think about doing another one again because those were definitely a lot of fun to do. So, maybe here some other time. I'll probably think about doing another Q&A because those were a lot of fun. Yeah, like, I just have a couple of things to do around the house, like, put the dishes away, check the laundry. I got that kind of stuff to do. Boring adult stuff. I don't have I was playing Fortnite at a friend's house, so I don't really have a Fortnite username. Next live hangout session, probably in 2 weeks from now. Usually, it seems like I've been doing these every 2 weeks, so I might stick to that schedule of doing these every 2 weeks. You got a good question for the future Q&A, so I'm glad you do, Plot Guy 7. You always have good questions, and you have very much the same style of humor as me, so I very much appreciate that. All right, so I guess that's going to be it then. So thank you all for attending. I hope you very much look forward to new episodes I'm going to be doing. New videos tomorrow. I live in Virginia to answer those two questions. But yeah, so thank you very much for checking out the live hangout session. For okay, hey, what you got say? Squeep. I think that's how you pronounce your name. All right, by business friendly going. I mean, hey, online. Well, good for you. Remember, or the cheese that is sus and Jesus. I'll remember that. And for that, I think that's a good note to end on. So, goodbye, everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you next video. Bye bye.